मुझे पता है तेरे ही बारे में, तेरी टेस्ट में तेरे ही दोस्त के साथ बात अगर तू यहाँ पे बैठी और मैं तेरी डेस्कमेट और बेस्ट फ्रेंड और तेरा मेरा कुछ तो झगड़ा हो, ठीक है, मैं तो दिल से तेरे साथ बात तो इधर हो गया सिंगल सिंगल टेबल, थोड़ा गैप रखो, वो भी पूरा वहाँ पे जा मेरे साथ चिपको, थोड़ा वहाँ पे और वहाँ से इधर से तो सुनाई देगा ना, बैठेगी और यहाँ पर बोलेगी तो सुनाई देगा ना। इस डेस्क के बाद, उसके डेस्क के बाजू में एक लड़की आती है, ट्यूलिप नाम, ट्यूलिप, हाँ हाँ, और फिर वो बोलने लग जाती है कुछ भी मेरे बारे में, और फिर वो भी मेरे बारे में लैंग्वेज करने लग जाती है, बुरा नहीं लग रहा तुझे, और तेरी ही बाजू में, और उनको पता है कि तू सुन रही है। और मैं पूरा रोई क्यों? मिक्सर नहीं लगा लग जाता है, मैं भी ऐसे लोगों तो गाली मार के भाड़ में जाऊँ। वो शायरी के साथ भी हुआ था, आई गेस लास्ट हफ्ते की बात है। क्या बोल रही थी, उसके दो वो कॉल पे बात कर रही थी, उसके दोस्त मतलब उसके बेस्ट फ्रेंड से मोटी बोल रहे थे, क्या क्या बोल रही थी उसको, वो भी सब तुम लोग की क्लास में है?
Took a break, shall I? I was explaining. Acha, we were into education. She was reading. Come. Why? What happened? Very done looking. She doesn't want to. You read my day. Why? Don't do any sacrifice for me. Acha,
The plan outlay on education has increased from 131 crore in the first plan to 9,9,300 crore in 99,300 crore in 2020-21. The expenditure on education as a percentage of GDP rose from 0.64% in 91-92 to 3.1% in 2019 to 2020.
I'll just. What is this entire line showing to you? That the government of India is increasing the budget on education.
So what is the full form of GDP?
Gross domestic product or national income. So let us go to next page now. There is only questions. There is nothing to read. But you want me to explain any of the questions? You tell me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even 6. Then I'll take you to literacy rate. Sure. Now, for you, what does literacy rate means? What is literacy rate? Literacy rate is the percentage of people who are educated. Educated. They can read and write. Is it very important? Yes. And the government of India takes timely survey of this. Okay, na? And the more people are literate, the more it is good for the development. If government is spending so many crores and crores of rupees, definitely government wants to see whether it is spent in a we can say rightful direction or not. Okay, so that is literacy rate. Continue. Wait.
Literacy rate. Literacy rates have increased from 18% in 1951 to 65% in 2001 to 85% in 2007.
It is steadily from 18 to now we are in 85%. Now disparity, that is differences. A vast differences noticed underline. Different section of the population. Again, male female का ratio आएगा देखो. Males underline 14.4%. higher than females. Is male 14.4? No. We do not know the number. Next, it's about 14.1 urban 1. Literacy rate varies from underline 96.2% in Kerala, and it's not even 70 and above, just 71% in Bihar. Then beyond the literacy rate, policies to increase the literate population in India is not only a right, it is also underlined, needed if citizens to perform their duties. Because as a student, you have the every right to ask. Ask to whom? To the government, to the questions. And if you're not asking questions, what will happen? It is not a true democracy. Look at that primary school. The primary school system is expanded underline 8.41 lakhs. The weakness of this system, unfortunately, underline huge expansion of schools diluted by poor quality of schooling. Maybe the next time you visit your own hometown, you try to compare your school life in Mumbai with that of the hometown. What will happen? You will see there is vast differences. Correct? Look at that Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Boy, you read.
Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is a significant step towards providing elementary education to all children in the age group.
Underline that. Elementary education to all. Age group of 6 to 14. Which standard you will be? 6 years से 14 में? First we cannot say, second रहेगा, है ना? 4th या 5 में तो हम लोग बच्चा को first standard में डाल देते हैं. So from second standard till your 10th standard, सर्व शिक्षा अभियान में एक ही रूल बोल रहा है, it is free and it is compulsory. How do you make it compulsory? Free तो इंडिया में बहुत पहले बनेंगे. Compulsory कैसे करेंगे इसको? There are various schemes which helps this program. If you remember, there is a scheme called midday meal scheme. Suna? What is this?
They provide children with
nutritious food. I have literally seen in certain north and the south side, 2 eggs and 1 glass of milk. Breakfast. Plus, by the time lunch, everyone will get rice, chapati, whatever is that particular, and a cup of dal and etc. So government ने ये scheme के साथ 2 schemes एक साथ चला लिया. Nutrition भी growth होगा बच्चे का, plus he or she will come to the school for studies. And to be very frank, India has run this program since ages and still now running. आप बोलेगा क्या सर कुछ नहीं ये नहीं बोले. But is the government spending? Yes. Is the government making it ensure? Yes. So government is making one thing very clear, that through literacy, the government should also make the bachas or the children nutritionally good.
So is this scheme in all the government schools or
all the government schools in rural areas, city and urban area mein nahi, because
so I have a school near my house. It's a government school.
then they provide.
They don't provide this.
Cities में नहीं देते हैं, mainly the rural area.
So cities में देते हैं.
कौन सा स्कूल में है? मैंने देखा.
Sir, वाशी में सेक्टर कॉलेज.
कौन सा वो अपना वाशी इंग्लिश में? वाशी इंग्लिश is not.
पहले ऑर्किड स्टॉक्स के बाजू में.
स्कूल का नाम क्या था? गवर्नमेंट स्कूल.
सर गवर्नमेंट स्कूल नहीं था सर, दूसरा नाम था लिविंग लेवल्स मिडडे मील स्कीम.
अच्छा, what is the name of the school? सेक्टर 2 ना, वही ना वाशी का वो पुलिस स्टेशन के वही है.
सर तो पूरे राइट साइड में जिधर
knows it maybe, I don't know. मिलता है, but the government might have taken that school under that scheme. Cities में मैंने क्यों कम देखा, because very few city people want to their children to eat all this. क्योंकि quality wise आपको लगता है कि वो अच्छा है, but हमारा तो मम्मी बोलते नहीं ये सब नहीं खाने का, तो आप तो बचपन से मेरे ख्याल से प्राइवेट स्कूल में रहेगा, and private schools are not entitled for this because you have the capacity to pay. Automatically government thinks you have the capacity to feed your children also. But in government schools where the children are coming, at least not for studying, at least for the food the mother sends their child. Okay? Chill. Agree. It is a time-bound initiative of the central government partnership with the state. Underline that word time-bound. इतने साल के लिए जाएगा. Okay. The local government and the community for achieving the goal of underline universalization of elementary education. How do you explain the word universalization here?
All over.
All over India, at least हमारा हर बच्चा till the age of 14 must go to school. So what are we preventing? Okay, what are we preventing? बच्चों लोग के साथ जो होता है इंडिया में चाइल्ड लेबर है ना, हर विलेज में हर सिटी में आप देख सकते हैं कि बेचारा बच्चा वो मैकेनिक के जगह पर काम कर रहा है, फायरवर्क्स में आज भी काम होता है, शिवकाशी इन चेन्नई बच्चे ही काम करते हैं, they don't go to school. So we are preventing. Steps to increase, put number 1 bridge course and back to school camps. Midday meal underline karo, which we have already written. Encourage attendance and retention of children. Yeah, what is retention of children?
So like,
At least बच्चा 14 साल तक आगे जाएगा उधर खाने के लिए. And 11th plan underline GER. What does GER stands for? Gross enrollment ratio in higher education. Underline 18 to 23 is 26.3%. अभी strategies ये गवर्नमेंट का 11th ब्रैकेट में डालो 5-year plan. गवर्नमेंट ने अपना strategy बनाया. पहला increasing access, quality adoption of states curriculum मतलब portion है. Second, the plan also focuses on underlying distance education. Yeah, what does distance education means? बच्चा after 8th or 9th no need to go to school. Only admission लेकर आ सकता है. 10th 12th सब घर बैठे बैठे देगा. घर बैठे बैठे मतलब he will work but 9th में जाकर स्कूल अटेंड कर सकता है. चिंबोर एरिया गया है कभी, उधर एक महात्मा एजुकेशन सोसाइटी है. It's only night schools for boys and girls. दिन में बच्चे काम करते हैं 11th 12th डिग्री तक है, but only night schools. नाइट स्कूल्स मतलब पूरा रात भर नहीं सिखाते हैं. 6 या 8 बजे स्टार्ट होता है क्लासेस और 9-10 बजे तक वाइंड अप हो जाता है. ओके, and there has also been over past 50 years underline significant growth of number of universities. Also been enrollment ratio, growth in enrollment of students. So अब ये काम करो, put the one small question in your notebook. List out government's main strategies. List out government main strategies under 11th 5-year plan.
List out governments.
Main strategies for improving education under 11th 5-year plan. अभी जो मैंने पॉइंट्स मार्क किया वही लिखो बस. Education under the 11th 5-year plan. Only the strategies 1, 2, 3 वैसा लिखो, ठीक है?
Only 4 points. ये 11th plan का
11th 5-year plan में what all the changes government made? While writing also finding any points, please ask me. There is one last heading called NPP 2000, and that this chapter should be closed. And we have time 6:20, na? We will start geography. So school exams or dates are announced.
Yes.
Are we with the portion or behind the portion?
I
With the
have the
portion.
portion.
Ahead of the portion. On to page number 144. We'll be marking health. Oh my goodness, more things to write. Mhm. Shall we?
Yes, I will start with this one.
Okay. Now look at that. What is the importance of health? Health of a person helps him to realize his potential and ability to fight illness. An unhealthy person becomes, underline that word, a liability for another. So how do you define health? If my office timings are Monday to Friday, I am coming almost every Monday to Friday with perfect health. But out of 5 or 6 days, I'm only joining office only 3 days. The rest 3 days I'm saying health issues. Is it lost to the organization? Yes. Is it lost to the government? Yes. Is it lost to me? Yes. So we always believe, how do I say healthy and wealthy people are required for a nation? So health is something that it is not only giving medicines. It is not only asking you to free medical camp. Health comes right from your house. What is that basic hygiene? Nobody asked me. Basic hygiene में क्या आता है? right from our washrooms, toilet facilities, है ना? Washing your hands, and even the air that you and me are breathing should be at least safe. If the government is failing to do all this, how do I expect a healthy environment? Because I know many people fight in the school, especially at your age. Discussion कैसा रहता है? Healthy क्या unhealthy रहता है? Generally unhealthy रहता है. तूने ये कर दिया, तूने वो कर दिया, तूने ऐसे किया ना, मैं भी ऐसा करेगा. But with the age, you tend to little bit develop. अच्छा तूने कर दिया, अरे ठीक है. Very few children I have seen that maturity. What is that? It's okay, sir. What kind of discussion also we always encourage with my students? Healthy discussions. How is the discussion becoming healthy? We discuss something related to our future, something related to some studies, protective. But there's a subject during our graduation which we call it as communication skills. अभी उसी subject को government ने university में कर दिया effective communication skills. What is that word effective with that? When you are talking to the opposite person, maybe your mother and father, you talk freely. Answer, oh, ठीक है. When we talk to your teachers, careful. To the elders, little bit respectful. So what are we encouraging? That the child should learn this communication skills. अगर आपका communication बहुत strong है ना, and बहुत convincing है, you are a person who is considered to be the most healthy and very strong person. Health का मतलब हमारा हाथ से जो fight होता है वो नहीं है. Was Hitler a very shrewd person? Yes. His mind was the biggest factor in making him a dictator. Did he rule the world only with military power? With his plans, with his programs? I don't know whether you have heard his speech or not. They say his speeches were absolutely mesmerizing speeches were. You know what is mesmerizing? वो हिंदी में हम लोग मंत्र मुग्ध बोलते हैं. हम लोग बस सुनते रह जाते हैं यार ये लीडर है हमारा. I don't know whether you enjoy the speeches of the present Prime Minister of India. I really like it when he speaks. And he makes the people to come forward for him. And always chant slogans about India. Always make your audience the best audience. How many of you and me will like when Rahul Gandhi is speaking in the channel? Because he is lacking that, communication skills. So here health, matlab, I always feel when you think that I am healthy from your mind, that itself is a positive attitude you develop. Children generally to avoid school, कभी पेट में दर्द, कभी सर में दर्द. नहीं मम्मी आज नहीं जाने देना. वो तो होमवर्क उसने नहीं किया. मम्मी बोलते हैं अरे तू तो हेल्दी है, तू तो जाना है. अरे यार इसकी वजह से मुझे आज मार खाना पड़ेगा. So what does that healthy means? Physically, mentally, है ना? आपका activities. Because when you are healthy, you will not miss your school. When you are healthy from your mind, also you look at the teacher. ये teacher है जो मुझे इतना कुछ बताता है. And मतलब वो आपका ना point मुझे explain किया मुझे नहीं समझा. Please wait a minute. Sir वो आपने जब बोला ना समझा but भूल गया. 90% हो गया. हाँ ठीक है सर कर दिया. हाँ हो गया जवाब. Means here you are attracting the teachers that you really want to go for a bright future of your studies. Can I ask you to be 110% every time attentive? Not necessary. It is human being. So what does a health ensure? पहला बच्चों में regular studies, best performance. And if you are growing like this, you become a good citizen to the country, a best citizen. So that is what health is. Health is an underlying, indispensable basis for realizing one's well-being. What is that other word for indispensable? You can write inseparable. बोलते हैं health is wealth. That is the same thing. Now we are going directly to National Population Policy on Health Status. I'll just read and mark certain things, and I'll take you to that unemployment. Our national policy aims at improving, underline the word accessibility, the reach of healthcare, family welfare, national service, Over the last 5 decades, India has developed underlying manpower required at open bracket, primary, secondary, and tertiary sector. From time to time, government has underlined set up many organizations like National Water Supply and Sanitation Program. इसको underline करो CPH, Central Public Health and Engineering Organization. छोड़ दो. और ये तो उसका facts and figures है. Directly come to important terms. ये तीनों mark करके रखो. In exam they'll ask you what is IMR. It is the death of a child under 1 year of age. Birth rate. ये तीनों चलेगा या मैं दूं ये तीनों के लिए चलेगा ना? Looks fine. Okay. Then come to directly to page number 147. There is a heading called unemployment. वो मैं दे देता हूँ. You copy down what is unemployment. They are asking. Unemployment means or refers to an economic situation जिसके नीचे अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट आ जाएगा. ये दोनों कॉपी कर लेना. मैं एक्सप्लेन कर दूंगा बात करते. One is unemployment, other is underemployment.
You have disguised employment also. Right?
वो भी देता. Shall I give this guys also?
Yes.
All two copied.
Yes.
So put the heading as disguised unemployment and write ahead. An unemployment situation in which outwardly individuals outwardly individual are seemed to be working.
In which?
Outwardly individuals are seen to be working, but do not add to the total production. Do not add to the total production. Example, in a given farm,
In a given
farm.
farm, FARM.
What do you think is?
I thought firm, FIR.
No. 10 laborers produce, 10 farmers produce 100 kg of rice. नहीं है, मैं अपने ओन से दे रहा हूँ. 10 farmers produce 100 kg of rice. Now, with an additional 5 farmers. Now with an additional 5 farmers. Bracket में क्या लिखेंगे? That is 15. If there is no change in the total production, then this additional 5 farmers, and what I can say that, said to be disguisedly unemployed. And I can put a pens down and I'll explain all the 3 situations one by one. Disguisedly unemployed. Underline that word, disguisedly unemployed. Okay. Now what is unemployment? There are 3 things you should be remembering. A person is able. What is the meaning of the word able? He should be physically fit and mentally sound. What is mentally sound? He should not be a mentally retarded person. Second, he should be qualified. Qualified doesn't mean he should be a PhD or he should be a graduate, whatever qualification. Most important, what he should have, will to work. Why is will to work very important? Because India में बहुत सारे लोग पढ़ा लिखा है पर काम नहीं करते. क्यों? सर जब तक मेरा टाइप का जॉब नहीं आएगा मैं नहीं करूँगा. तो उनको मैं unemployed में नहीं लूँगा. So what is the person? Come on, everyone, repeat. Able, qualified, and will to work. And then you are not finding a job. Then you are termed as what? Unemployed. Then what is underemployed? He is a qualified teacher, but he is working as an admin clerk. 2 things are there. बच्चा बोलते सर उसको काम तो मिला है ना, सैलरी भी ड्रॉप कर रहा है. But who is losing the service of a teacher? The nation is losing the service of a teacher. He is qualified as a teacher. Since he is unable to get a job, he is just क्या बोलते हैं compromise कर रहा है. तो अगर बहुत सारे लोग अगर underemployed है, this shows the setup of the government. Correct? वो कमा भी लेगा या monthly अपना expenditure भी चला रहा है, but then he will have a feeling in his mind. What is that? अरे ये इस जगह के लिए तो मैं पढ़ा नहीं. Why? There is a lot of unemployment in India. Now the recent one that you have written is disguised. Normally, I don't know whether you took part in fancy dress competition or not. in your lower standards, where बच्चा को हम लोग है ना अलग अलग disguised way में बेचते हैं, मतलब गेटअप नया चेंज करके जाता है ना, तो इधर हमारा अनएम्प्लॉयड है बट बाहर से लगता है कि he is doing the work. So what is my economics is explaining to you, if he is doing the work he should add to the production. Did I give a simple example? 10 farmers producing 100 kg of rice. Okay. Now I'm adding more 5 farmers. The total production only 100 kg. So ये 5 farmers कर क्या रहा है? They're not adding to the production. Outwardly they are seen to be working. But economics इतना ही कुछ है. Did they add 100 से 120 हुआ, 130 kg हुआ? नहीं हुआ. वही production आ रहा. So these 5 people are unemployed but disguisedly unemployed.
So for example, a farmer is living like near to his farm. He's having his family. Even his family members are contributing in the field. But but they're not adding to the like economy or something.
Because there we are not taking them as an underemployed. Whole family is contributing. Simple. The
So
farmer
they
will
are
be taken as
precisely employed.
no. There the case is different. That is for self-employment. Here, whatever we are doing, it is for the market. Okay. चलो. Page number 147 में दिया देखो types of unemployment. दो है, एक रूरल एक अर्बन है, सीजनल और डिस्गाइज है. व्हाट इज सीजनल? सीजनल में उधर डाल दो वॉल्यूम में एग्रीकल्चर. सीजनल अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट में एग्रीकल्चर में ही ज्यादा रहता है. सो आउट ऑफ 12 मंथ्स कैन आई इंश्योर कि एग्रीकल्चर में पूरा 12 महीना काम रहता है. व्हेन देयर इज नो वाटर जनरली देयर इज नो अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट, देयर इज नो एम्प्लॉयमेंट. ओके, so seasonal unemployment read कर सकते हैं, we get it. But there is disguise that I have already given. What is educated unemployment? This is a recent unemployment where in cities you find it.
So when people are
Qualified, but they are not getting placed in a job. In 1 year, in Mumbai University alone, I can say more than 25 lakhs of graduate people are out. The jobs in Mumbai are only 1,000. Take example, not exactly. So they are educatedly unemployed. So when I teach this in a very thorough manner, बच्चा बोलते सर मुझे इंडिया का educated unemployment ऐड नहीं करने का. मैं बोलता तो क्या करेगा? मैं पढ़ाई नहीं. That doesn't mean that you stop your education. अभी तो गवर्नमेंट बोलता है कि you start your own employment. What is that we call it as? Self-employment. अभी तो इंडिया में दुनिया का सबसे ज्यादा स्टार्टअप्स इंडिया में ही है. You know what are startups? Where government is giving you basic money to start your own company. You start a company even with 2, 3, 4, 5. Instead of I am going and begging for a job to a company, I am opening my own. अभी मेरे जैसे 1000 people ने company open किया, एक example बोल रहा हूँ. So they will generate employment. Understood? So this is what government says. Do not wait for the government jobs. Government will come and fetch you a job, which is not possible for a country like India. Next we have effects. वो मैं points आपको दूंगा, read कर लेना. Up till that educated unemployment in urban areas. Effects I have to give. The chapter is done. फिर एक case study है वो तो मैं read करूँगा. Come on. 147 से start करो unemployment and end it in 148. Educated unemployment. Then effects I will give it in your notebook. Effects of unemployment. Read it, because in house you are not definitely going to sit and read.
Me?
Everyone. Not specifically you. I will take care of it. That's a good child you are. Good. She's a missing link in the class. Wherever you find any word as a query, please ask. Quite an interesting chapter, ना? थोड़ा सा गंदी है. I can keep on explaining. Then we have one more chapter to be studying. Just run through a little bit quick so that you can find any queries. Okay, then put the question in your notebook. Briefly list out the main effects of unemployment in India. Briefly list out the main effects of unemployment in India. So you start your answer by writing meaning. जो अभी मत लिखो, you have already written. Okay. कोई भी answer if it is more than 2 marks, you have to start with it in introduction. So उधर लिखो meaning. Meaning.
Meaning. I didn't get it.
Write the word meaning. Meaning of what will you write? Unemployment. हाँ, तो अभी मत लिखो, छोड़ दो. हाँ. Now write directly the points. In exam you write, you have already written. You have already copied this in your notebook. In exam, if it is more than 2 marks answer, give one introduction like writing the meaning. इसी को इतना टाइम लगा, तुम कल तक समझ जाएगा.
मैथ का क्वेश्चन है और आंसर से बेसिक होता है, तो फिर तुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? इंडिविजुअल ऐड करना पड़ेगा. देख जैसे द मीनिंग उसको कुछ तो लिखते हैं, द मेन इफेक्ट ऑफ अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट इंक्लूड.
Look at it. You understood? छोड़ो. Point number 1, effects. Wastage of manpower.
कट कर दो.
नहीं, रहने दो. आपको याद रहना चाहिए कि एग्जाम में मीनिंग भी लिखना है. Let it be. Point number 1. You understood now, my boy? Point number 1. Wastage of manpower. Wastage of manpower where citizens turn into a liability. Wastage of manpower wherein citizens turn into a liability. At least now you know what is a liability. Burden. Second point. Low level of income. Comma, low standard of living. Next. It is dangerous to the overall growth of any economy. Next.
Overall
Growth of any economy. Next. Detrimental. What is the meaning of detrimental? Death blow. Detrimental. In the long run. देखो ये पाकिस्तान जैसे कंट्री में इतना एंटी सोशल एलिमेंट्स, पॉवर्टी है, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट है ना, और भी बहुत सारा प्रॉब्लम है. नेक्स्ट. लीड्स टू existing resources complete wastage. That's it. Now come to page number 140. ये आपको मैं read and mark करने बोलने वाला हूँ. Employment opportunities in India करके एक पैराग्राफ है देखो 115. ठीक है? Divided into underline 3 sectors. वो तो हम लोग ने कर दिया primary, secondary and tertiary. Then walk below. You just read it. Actually, it's okay. So case studies I'll read. You'll understand. Or you'll read. I'll read. There was a village inhabited by several families. Each family produced enough to feed its members. Each family met its needs by the members making their own clothes and teaching their own children. One of the families decided to send one of its sons to an agriculture college. The boy got his admission in the nearby College of Agriculture. After some time, he became qualified in agro engineering and came back to the village. ये पूरा क्या story है? एक छोटा village था where everyone used to do their own work. But out of that entire lot, one bacha has got an admission in agrotech engineering. He not only completed the studies, he came back to the village. Let's see what is he doing. He proved to be so creative that he could design an improved type of plow which increased the yield of wheat. Thus, a new job of agro engineer was created and filled in the village. The family in the village sold the surplus in a nearby neighboring village. They earned good profit, which they shared among themselves. Inspired by this success, all the families after some time held a meeting in the village. They all wanted to have a better future for their children too. They requested the panchayat to open a school in the village. They assured the panchayat that they will send all children to the school. The panchayat will help the government to open a school. A teacher was recruited from a nearby town. All the children of this village started going to the school. After some time, one of the families gave training to his daughters in tailoring. She started stitching clothes for all the families of the village. Everyone now wanted to buy and wear well-tailored clothes. Thus, another new job, which of underline new job, tailor was created. This had another positive effect. The time of the farmers in going for buying clothes was saved. As the farmers spent more time in the field, the yield of the farms went up. This was the beginning of underlying prosperity. The farmers had more than what they could consume. Now they could sell what they produced to others who came to their village markets. Over the time, this village, which formerly had no job opportunities in the beginning, had many jobs like teachers, tailor, agro engineer, and many more. This was the study of a simple village where rising level of human capital enabled to evolve into a place rich with complex and modern economic activities. Just run through the questions and tell me what you understood from the small case study that I wrote for you. Are they generating employment? Yes. First, which job came in? Second? वो तो joint नहीं हुआ ना, वो तो बाकी term से है. Tailor. Third job?
Teacher.
It's okay.
Teacher तो hire किया था
ठीक है, you solve all the questions from home and you have any queries? चलिए, take a fresh page in the same notebook, write the heading. At least हम लोग ये division तो आज कर ही लेंगे. मैं explain ही करूँगा, only आपको सिर्फ introduction है. When I am teaching this chapter in detail, ना, You will have to listen to this chapter. Very best chapter as far as I go. So copy down the headings that I need to get. क्या हो गया? On the date is that? Lecture is up till 6:20, correct? I'm not taking more time. Exact words I want. We got go to 9 minutes. For now only 7 minutes. We can have a healthy discussion of this chapter. Copy down. Now tell me about your first and second chapter. What do you know about India? Seventh largest country in the world. 3.28 million square kilometer. Correct?
It has a coastline, 7,000 miles.
Lakshadweep.
Lakshadweep.
Lakshadweep. Correct. Now, when you remember all that stuff, now we are going for a chapter in which India being seventh largest country, we divide the entire physiography into how many divisions?
6.
The first one being the Himalayas. If I want to talk what is Himalayas, let us try to understand. This is our Himalayas. So it is something we call it as a great mountain wall. Come on, repeat.
The Great Mountain Wall.
Where it is towards the north of the country. So it is fortified my motherland, not our motherland. What does fortified means? Well protected. It's just next to impossible to come inside India from Himalayas. We have small passes, Khyber, Bolan, Doda Beta, but where our BSF forces are there? If you want to even today climb Himalayas, either from Pakistan side you have to or from Nepal. India के side से तो impossible है. चलो ये तो physical boundary हो गया. It also protects the severe cold winds entering India. From which part? Tibet. We have Punjab and we have Haryana, which is agriculturally very developed in India. अगर वो cold winds अगर India में आएगा, it can destroy the agricultural crops in India. So is Himalayas okay? We will be studying Himalayas, three main division: the Himadri, the Himachal, and the Shivaliks. Greater Himalaya, Middle Himalaya, and Lesser Himalayas. Clear? Absolutely. Second division, as the word says, Northern Plains. If I want to show this part area up till here, है ना? इधर broader है और इधर narrow है. And normally we have soil which we call it as alluvial soil. So now alluvial soil, or these are deposited by major rivers in India. India being an agricultural country, what is more important for us? Soil. क्या हो गया? Hey, time. I thought you guys are getting packing ready. No. You are doing very eloquently and suddenly. So we believe if India wants to be in the world map in agricultural, which area is very important for India? Alluvial plains. Which are the two major river systems? It is the Indus and the Ganges. Brahmaputra is also there, but Brahmaputra इधर scene में नहीं आता. So we have two types of alluvial deposits in India. Any idea? Khadar and Bhangar. वो type of soil है. Khadar मतलब new alluvium and Bhangar मतलब older alluvium. So we will be studying इसका stretch कितना है, which are the states, and what all the things it is supporting. Third and the most important that we are going to study is plateau. If I want to show you which plateau we are going to study,
The western.
yes, it is something like this, not western, eastern. If I say want to have a division, it is river Narmada and river Tapi. इसको हम लोग Central Islands बोलेंगे, and इसको हम लोग Deccan Plateau बोलते हैं. What is a plateau according to you?
A steep hill.
Yeah, hill.
Mountain.
An elevated area which is having minimum 300 feet. 300. It is a hill. It is a mountain. It is a plain. No. It is अभी जैसे ये book में अगर मैं आपको बोलूँ 3D pictures नहीं है, I'll show what is a plateau will look like something like this. है ना? ये मेरा plain है, and this is a plateau. In India, generally plateaus are having minerals. Which is the plateau which gets more than 60% of India's minerals, called as Chota Nagpur. Where it is? It is in Jharkhand. Earlier it was in Bihar. Nagpur something. No, it is in Bihar, Jharkhand area. Okay. And they are generally important for minerals. As far as Maharashtra and Karnataka plateau is concerned, we have black soil. और महाराष्ट्र में black soil क्या support करता है? Sugarcane growing and cotton growing. समझ में है? So that we will be studying इसका divisions क्या क्या है, इसका depth कितना है, elevations कितना है. That is what we are studying. Which plateau? Indian desert. Which desert? In fact, this is Rajasthan, the largest state in India. This part of Aravallis marks the boundary of Thar Desert. Sir, desert का कुछ importance है क्यों सर आप physical division में डाला? Is any other part of India having desert?
No.
Only this part? Is entire Rajasthan a desert?
No.
No.
Not the entire.
Then where in desert we find in Rajasthan? It is the western border of the Aravallis. Unique feature, and unique climate. Vegetation, normally cactus. or in science you might have studied the cacti family. And animals, burrowing animals. And which is ship of the desert? Camels. तो आज भी राजस्थान जैसलमेर is a center of tourist attraction, है ना? That festival NRIs comes and big palaces. वो सब हम नहीं करेंगे. How Rajasthan is a attraction. So there are these two we will discuss in the coming lectures. Got it? So we will start with Himalayas. So please read the first page of your volume. Children, I'll see you from on Saturday. So nicely attended.
मैं कॉल करना पड़ेगा